Oh, wrong button. I'm gonna cheat. I'll just save state. Less pressure this way. I don't like playing with too much pressure. Maybe another day I'll beat it without losing a round, legit. But right now I'm just trying to casually play. No. I've improved my Shoryuken. Oh, I forgot to save. Son of a bitch. What? My cheat tactics won't work. Come on, Karate Kid. You must defeat Fei Long to beat me to stand a chance. Martial law. Oh, I understand his name now. Martial law from Tekken. Jeet Kundo. Okay, let me play cheap. I think he leaves himself open on the last one. Unless I'm in the corner. Do that again. Had about enough of you. I've had about enough of you. You can't do this with regular stock mode of Arcade1up. This is a retro pie. So if you're using an Arcade1up cabinet, you gotta play it legit. No cheating. Imagine going through a Kuma with that. The pressure, man. I ain't in the mood to for the anxiety right now. I'm just playing. But I want to see the secret ending though. I'm too old to be playing games like I'm used to. I mean, competitively and shit. Like them Donkey Kong people with their high scores and shit. I'm good. Oh, I forgot to save. Oh well. Wait, I don't think I won anyway, so. What? Should have did the double pump so you can. Okay, Chun-Li. The first lady of fighting games. Yeah, some people be having fast ass reaction times, like they can do the Shoryuken within like a fraction of a second. Give me 1,000 Shoryukens. Part of my training regimen. Prior to this, I was struggling with doing the uppercuts. So I just played the game with doing nothing but Shoryukens all day. That's training for you. Still need more training though. Stay down. The mic is on this time, right? Just checking, because last time it didn't record. Oh no. Oh fuck, wait for me. You know what? I want perfect. Oh wait, damn it. Ah. Perfect. Thunderhawk. Give me 1 second. Stay on phone screen, keep going off. Let's see. Auto lock, never. Cool. This guy is hard. Yeah. Damn it, come out. What's that one character from Mortal Kombat 3? He looks like T-Hawk. I forgot his name. I see death. Okay, what's the pattern to beat this guy? Gotta punch him in the balls. Something Wolf, was it? Night Wolf? I think it was Night Wolf. Speaking of which, I need to put Mortal Kombat in here. Okay, no more playing around. Sim. Yoga fire. Did I save it? No, I didn't. Oh man. I'm only using save states because I want to see the secret ending, that's all. Normally I don't like using save states. They kind of cheapens the game. I mean, I'll play it just to unlock shit, you know. But some people, they'd be doing these runs, they'd be save states and slicing their videos together, getting perfect runs and shit. And when you see their playthrough, it's like fucking, it's like flawless, you know, but it looks so fake. It's like, being flawed is okay. You ain't gotta, you know, go through the game like you're invincible. Not like anybody gonna believe that shit anyways. Unless you do it legit, that's cool, but some of these people, like, these long plays, it's like they just storm through that shit. And they've been using tool assisted crap, and because you know, when you watch a playthrough, don't you kind of like want to see all aspects of the game, including like hit animations, you know, like death scenes and shit, and you're just going through like you unbeatable. That's kind of dumb to me. I mean, unless if it's a speed run, that's different. But like long plays, I'd rather people just play normally. I don't need to see these unhumanly possible feats, you know. I just play normally. That's That's just my opinion. That's sort of my gripe with save states. Like some people, they get too accustomed to doing that shit, and it's like, and they end up piecing that shit together, trying to show off or something. But whatever. Maybe I'm in the minority. Barlog. Gotta be careful not hitting that save button. I mean, that's, yeah, because then that means this whole run was pointless if I save it with an L. And I'm not really a fan of these unlimited continues. That's why I like the coin door, because it kind of restrict people from, you know, because if you do the unlimited continue, it kind of take away the survival aspect of it. It's like playing poker with no antes or something. It's like everybody's gonna just sit waiting for pocket aces or something. It's like, what makes it exciting, or, you know, it's that survival instinct. But, you know, it's cool to mentally not use continues. I mean, it would be cool if, you know, you put like handicaps on yourself, or you know, like you challenge a friend but you make up new rules for it, like whoever lasts the longest on one quarter wins type shit, you know, proposition bets and shit. And that's more I like that concept. But just playing through it and just continuing and continuing. But it's all good, whatever. They all have it all has its purpose, I guess. You know. Because who the hell has time to just sit around playing games legit all day, you know? It's like, speed it up. What's the prize that you're gonna get by just sitting trying to accomplish achievements? I mean, I guess it's different if it's worthwhile, you know, if it has like a, damn it, did I save? Oh, I think I did. Depends, I guess. I'm gonna practice my all you can. Okay, no more playing around. Damn it, Vega. Damn, show you can no come out. That's when the pressure gets to you. You know. When the pressure is on, you bust like pipes. But there's no pressure now, I'm just sticking around. See, that's the point of that's what I mean. When you have save states and unlimited continues, it kind of cheapens the game. You're not really playing for real if you're just playing like this. But again, I just want to fucking see the ending. This is training to me. Once you know the ins and outs of it, then I guess you could do second attempts and multiple attempts and do it legit. I mean, this is good too, just to gather information and find exploits and shit like that. Because you don't want to just play Super Turbo and then you get one chance to beat Akuma and then it's like, damn it. So you want to keep playing him until you figure him out. My Shoryuken is getting better. Not the cloth. Damn, that shit just went right through it. And that far. One more uppercut. Put another scar into your chest. Double pump. No. Come on, Saget. One more. There are 3 finishing moves on them. The volume is kind of low. It's all good because I can just save the state and replay it later. And I may use it for like save states are good because if you want to record your gameplay. Well, actually that ain't gonna do it. But if you want to record like the ending or something and you just want to save the state and load it and record it with better means. Don't fuck up. Load state. I see death. I did my other playthrough. I'm like fucking shaking and shit when I get to this part. Because, you know, you spend 30 minutes getting here without losing a round or whatever. And it's like, it would be for nothing if you do one mistake. And that shit is too mentally draining. So I respect a lot of these players who go through that shit. Like, in tournaments and shit, you know? It's like, imagine the pressure. Okay, how you do the instant Tatsu on in Super Street Fighter? I've seen people do it. I don't know how to do it. I assume it's like Zangief's 360 or 540 or something. Just walked it through me. Okay, he did it again. No respect. I used to call that the helicopter kick. Now's the dragon punch. Fireball. Bison. Oh yeah. Cheater. I don't give a fuck. As long as you know you're capable of achieving something is cool. I mean, I've done this before already, so it's all good. Next time I'll do it legit when I'm feeling more in the mood for it. Next goal, Akuma. Oh no, poo, fuck it. Ceremony means nothing to him. The fight is all. There's a vocal version of the song. It was included in Hyper Street Fighter 2, the anniversary edition for the PS2. It's in the sound settings. But I think the song originally came out in like 94. You know, the Super Nintendo version is actually better because it has like some artwork at the end. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Let's see that again. Just kidding. Next time I play for real. Super Street Fighter 2. I'm gonna go down the line of all the Street Fighter games. One thing I dislike about RetroPie is like I'm trying to sort the games by release date to show the list chronologically, but it's like if I open a game and go back, it goes back to alphabetical, and that's annoying. Super Puzzle Fighter. I need to put X-Men Children of the Atom. Then, you know, all the other Street Fighter games. Lately, I've been messing around with my PlayStation Classic. Swing Flip. He demonstrated the PSP yesterday, running full speed on a PlayStation Classic. Imagine that. Everybody's saying Raspberry Pi is better, or to get a Raspberry Pi. But it's like, it can't run PSP games at full speed. And if you think about it, a PS Classic is worth like what is it, $60, or you can get it for less now if you find clever ways around it. But the cool thing about it is like it doesn't require soft modding, so you can prepare, like prep up a USB with all these games and just put it in and it loads. You know, that's just like a Raspberry RetroPie. And let's see, a RetroPie, a Raspberry Pi 3 kit, you gotta expect to pay like $80 to $90 for a kit. You know, with the case, the heatsink, the AC adapter, the SD card, then yeah, that's like $80 to $90 if you want a good one. Well, probably more if you want like 32 or 64 gigs. Yeah, most of their kits average like $80. Then you got to get two controllers, and it's not the official Sony brand, you know. So that's gonna be like another. If you want a good kind, maybe $20, or even $30 for some. So that's over 100 already. So, and it doesn't run as, you know, good as a PlayStation Classic. See here, it doesn't display it. It doesn't sort it in. It doesn't say the sort. What the hell? Yeah, but I like the PlayStation Classic. It's good. And I also like it because it's more kid friendly, because, you know, like the RetroPie, you gotta worry about all these options and configurations. I mean, imagine having like kids play on this shit. They're gonna be like, menus, configuration, blah blah blah. They're gonna go to Raspberry Pi, retro, fucking config. They're gonna fuck it up. But with a PlayStation Classic, you know, and some say, well, with the Raspberry Pi, you can just, you know, download pre-made images with games. But now with the Bleem Sync, you could do that too. Since it doesn't require soft modding, you can just essentially download a pre-made image and just flash it onto a USB drive and then put it in. How is that more? How is that not more advantage over like the Super Nintendo Classic, where you have to flash the firmware, dump the kernel? I mean, that stuff ain't that difficult, but most people are going to put it off because they're apprehensive about like having to learn, even if it's not that difficult. But if they have to put effort into it and they have to have a chance of breaking their console, they're not even going to attempt it. But you take a USB flash drive to someone's house and just put it in. So shit, I say it's worth it. I mean, all these other people, I think they overreacting with their reviews. It's kind of like people just following popular opinion with their, like, follow the crowd or whatever. Anyways, enough of my rant. And eventually the PlayStation Classic will be have all these emulators with RetroArch, like MAME, Final Burn. Final Burn, is it called Final Burn? Final Burn Alpha. I'm gonna just casually play. I'm not that good at this game. I mean, there are valid complaints about the PlayStation Classic. I mean, the inclusion of PAL games, yeah, but it's not like it's not playable. And people act like they never played PAL games before, and this is the first time, just like it's the first encounter with PAL games or something. Oh, great, the speed is different. Oh, great. Yeah, I mean, PAL games are slower, but you know, Super Street Fighter, that was slower than this, so you kind of have to adjust to it. But the reducing speed is maybe only like 5–10%, and some games you can't even tell. Like, I used to download PAL versions just to get uncensored releases, and then, you know, GTA is uncensored in the PAL version, and like I hardly even notice any differences. With Tekken, yeah, you might notice it, but you don't know what it is. You can't pinpoint it until someone tells you, and it's like, oh, that's the reason. But it's like, then people complaining about fucking the analog, the DualShock. Well, that's a valid gripe too, but if you think about it, the PlayStation came out in September 1995, right? And the DualShock premiered as a secondary peripheral. It released in May of 1998, and it was bundled later that fall, like like in the 99. That's when it finally took off. You know, that's when games fully supported. But it was always like it wasn't required. Only Ape Escape was required. I mean, most games they like even Final Fantasy 8 it utilized the vibration feature, but that was more of a gimmick because in Final Fantasy 9 they removed it completely. On PlayStation 2 they just didn't even include it. But all it is was converting. It wasn't sensitive. What do you call it? The analog wasn't that word I'm thinking of. Like it didn't have like it didn't detect sensitivity motion with the stick. Well, it did, but I'm just saying like most of the time it was just converting the D-pad input to analog. That's most of the games. So that's why most PS1 games didn't require it. It was like an optional thing, and considering it came relatively late in its lifespan, I mean, come on. I mean, some people remember the PS3 having 4 USB ports. Some remember having 2 USB ports, but if Sony's gonna make like a retro version of it, they gotta like, I mean, it's understandable if they just use the original launch design. I mean, personally, I like this I like the standard non-analog version. It's just my favorite type of games are these fighting games, so it's like it doesn't make sense to use analog on those. But I get it. I mean, if the PS2 was to make a classic version of that, it'll be a crime if they don't include the analog, because that was bundled initially with the launch. But the DualShock I can understand because it's trying to. If Sony is releasing a retro, they gotta stay faithful to the launch. I mean, it wouldn't be accurate if they. That's just my 2 cents. I mean, yeah, it's a valid gripe, but it's not the be all end all. Because only one game required it, so that's like for the Nintendo. There was only one Power Glove game that was made for it, and it was backward compatible with every other game. But it's not like, you know, these games were made with it in mind. Damn, you know, it's hard to play while I'm trying to think. Fucking, I didn't even win a round. Okay, let me concentrate. I want to do my super. Some people, they're able to like sing and do all this shit while playing. I'm like, god damn, they can multitask like a motherfucker. That's why I can never do that let's play crap. My brain can't focus on 2 things at once. I need to. Okay, let me get my super out. Damn it. Oh, and I guess I'm gonna try to get all the endings too for every character. I'll do that later. Damn it. Okay, let me do the super. I mean, you know, because people been playing PlayStation emulator games for decades, right? And You know, like since the PS2, PC, PSP, I mean, even fucking Super Nintendo Classic, you know, they played PS1 games on emulator, but did people complain back then about not having vibration support? So why is everybody, are they just looking for shit to nitpick now? It's like you never made these complaints about, you know, the PAL games before. It's like people just looking for shit to nitpick. Because, you know, once they're in that echo chamber and cesspool of just, I mean, it ain't perfect, but it's like people tend to highlight only the negatives and they just completely overlook the positive. It's like some pessimistic ass mentality. Like their mindset is just like spoiled or something. But yeah, it's not like vibration support was something that was, you know, was even in fucking PS2. You can play PS1 games on the PS2, but I'm all out of quarters. Time to whip out some more. Cause you know it's kind of like in politics. Someone bring up some argument, and then everyone kind of just they adapt to that pattern of thinking, you know, and they kind of just follow a crowd. And a lot of these people, they probably don't even know half of the shit these people are ranting about, but they're like, yeah, that shit sucks, and they just fucking follow what everybody says. Like kind of like in politics, you know, a lot of times they don't even really know what net neutrality is, but hey, if your team is against it or with it, then you kind of just follow what the team thinks, even though a lot of it is just fucking nonsense, you know. like envisioning doomsday scenarios, and some people you only care about something when it's hot, like when it's active and trending. But if it's like Ebola or something, it's no longer popular to speak about it, kind of just the hysteria is gone. Well, at least I won a round. If I want to do a super, god damn it. Yeah, PAL games had 50 hertz back in the days, and now with their HD, you know, we switched to HD. They can't handle NTSC displays, so. But back then, I guess analog TV, for them, they have 50 frames, or more accurate, I think it was 25 frames, but they use interlacing methods to blend the, not blend, but they have like a field A and B, and it does some weird alternate shift shit where they give the illusion of 50 frames, and they do some bobbing or weaving shit with the frames. They alternate it. That's what us too, you know. It's 30 frames, but with the interlace is 60 frames. And hell, even YouTube, they didn't include 60 frames till like 2 years ago. But did people complain back then? Not really, because nobody really noticed. I mean, people can complain about now, and you know, they confront about it now, then people might notice, but back then people were like, whatever. And so you can see games where it's like, you know, like Blanca's Electricity, he suddenly just looks like he's not like he's stuck in frame, you know, because when it flickers it doesn't catch the second frame animation, so then it just shows him dark like in the electricity state. Or how in Mario games, it's like when he gets hit by a Goomba or something, and it looked like he turned invisible, because when it flickers like that, YouTube didn't catch all the frames. It was 30 frames, so then that's why. And people are like, why did he go invisible? But that was just, it's kind of like when you film a helicopter perfectly and it looks like the wing is just staying still because the shutter speed is at a certain way. It's hard to explain. But yeah, people kind of just handle it back then. They didn't make a big deal about everything. But it's 11 NTSC games and 9 PAL games.
I quit. I can never be a
fucking a speed runner or whatever that shit is. Not a speed runner, but like a, what's that guy name? Maximilian. I can never do that crap. Cause not that I don't want to, it's just I'm incapable. Providing entertainment, playing and talking commentary, it's too much. Make my brain hurt. Where's the rogue at? Normal or turbo? You know, Arcade1up, their version of Super Turbo, they didn't have the option to select normal or turbo. And you could set that in the settings, but I don't think that's by default though. Do people even really notice? I mean, does a small boost in speed really matter? I don't know how to play this game. What's their moves? I just know how to do the supers. I can't do the crazy combos. It should be easier if people just mash. They have like an easy mode where you can just like smash the buttons and do crazy combos. Yeah, I'm gonna just start mashing. That's stupid. Okay, switch. I feel like such a scrub playing this game. Like everybody be doing like crazy combos and all that crap, and I'm just fucking playing it like Street Fighter 5 or something. How you do the support? Isn't there a support character? How you do that spinning bird kick? What's that called? Damn it, Cammy. My fortress. Okay, but how you do the spinning bird kick? Oh, there we go. Nope, that ain't it. I want to finish it with a tag team. Hit stomp. God damn it. Don't tell me I'm gonna lose the first game. Damn, I suck. No. Damn it. Yeah, I want to play all the old X-Men games, the Children of the Atom, Marvel superheroes, and X-Men vs Street Fighter, Marvel vs Street Fighter, Marvel vs Capcom. I want to try it all. What are the combos? There's no timing and doing combos here, you just press it. I can't get in close. Wait, can Storm fly? Oh yeah? I'll do my basic ass combo. Can I do it in the air? Good. How you jump super high in the air? I did the double motion super. Storm. Forget about a rematch, practice more instead. Sure you can. Sexy bitch. Her voice sounds like Rainbow Mika. God damn it, Rogue. I like that. We were supposed to be sisters. Oreo. Okay, she got the Hadouken motion, the Hurricane kick. Can you do it in the air? Oh, I should have let her kiss me. Get some girl on girl action. Can't do it in the air. Ah, that's not even a move, that's just my kick. Power drain. Can he do another super with the kick? Or is it one super only? No. Chip damage. Where we at right now? You need to learn the way of the warrior, of the world warrior. Maul Mayhem. It's Gambit. They use Street Fighter Alpha sprites for this game. And the sprites they use for the X-Men is Children of the Atom. So they kind of just reuse assets, which is cool. Can I do another super? Oh, I do got the Hurricane super. I like how when you end it with the super, they got the American announcer try to pronounce it. It's so funny. Storm. 5'11", towering over these characters. I like She-Hulk too. She's like 7 feet, 7'5" or some shit. So we call it Amazon. Can you throw? Oh yeah, you can throw. Okay, what other moves she got? Learn as you go. Man, I love the soundtrack in these old X-Men Street Fighter games. It's like when they did Marvel vs. Capcom 2, it's like the soundtrack was weird. I want to take you for a ride. It's like some jazz club music. It's still good, it just didn't feel like it fit it. But these, the older version, it's like, it seemed like it goes with their theme. Let's see, Cammy. They got Delsim in this game. Let's go, Logan. That's Cammy from the Street Fighter animated movie. Assassin. Thrust kick. Cannon spike. Let's take it in the air. Okay, how you do the X Factor? Forget Jean Grey. Fucking Rogue, it was the best. Tornado call. Stop hitting me, I'm trying to figure out the moves. Oh yeah.